On an afternoon with a field biologist along the Yarra River near Melbourne, the last thing we expected to encounter
usually we look for his ripples in the water.
Was the first thing we saw.
There's a platypus right there.
The platypus's brief cameo was a surprise even for Farley Connolly.
Yeah, so he came up for a bit of air, and then I watched him dive back under.
Who studies these odd-looking creatures for a living.
They have this really unique bill. They're nocturnal. They're covered in this fur that almost makes them beaver-like, but not really. And then they also have, the males have this really unique spur, so they're poisonous. And then not to mention the fact they lay eggs. So kind of everything that's about them is just extremely unique.
The fact that we saw even one platypus in this river at this time of the day is really quite amazing because they're such an elusive creature. It's that trait scientists say that makes studying them so difficult, as well as determining just how many there are.
There you are, buddy.
The one thing scientists seem certain about is that the platypus is in trouble.
We've seen this long-term decline, a retraction in their range. They're just not found in as many places as they used to be. And that started with the sort of fur trade at the end of the 19th and early 20th century.
Since their exact numbers are still unknown, researchers base population sizes on catch and release programs and known habitats. And they say those habitats are shrinking, in large part because of urbanization.
The creeks is going to go away, rivers are getting smaller, water's being used up, and then also with climate change, you have resources that are no longer there, so you don't have as much water flow. And so when you look at these habitats, well, this one is fantastic. In 10 years, this could look very, very different.
Last summer's devastating bushfires continue to kill the platypus. The runoff is wiping out their food sources. The federal government is considering whether to classify the platypus as a threatened species to ensure greater protections. Scientists say the platypus can only survive in a healthy river system, which makes the animal's decline even more alarming.
What we're really seeing is waterways are really unhealthy now. There's too many pollutants, not enough water. So it's a bigger picture thing. It's not necessarily about this one species, it's about protecting the waterways itself.
Because healthy waterways are critical to the survival of a wide range of wildlife, including a strange-looking creature that, on this day,
That's unbelievable.
no one expected to see. Greg Navarro, CGTN, Lower Templestowe.